Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 15 of our Pokemon Stadium 2 playthrough. If you can tell from my voice, I am still kind of sick. I got sick over the weekend last weekend. Last weekend's videos of Stadium 2 were pre-recorded, so you couldn't tell I was getting sick, but here I am. And sickness seems to stay with me for quite a while, but I do have my Chicken Noodle Supreme on the go, so if I need to take a quick drink between certain fights in the episode, bear with me. I'll mute so you don't hear any gross swallowing and all that stuff. But anyways, we're going to continue checking out the Stadium challenges in the central part of the game. We've already taken care of the Challenge Cup and the Poke Cup, and we're going to pop into, I think, the Little Cup this time around. A tournament open only to level 5 Pokemon. Your true abilities may become apparent. Now, I gotta preface this a little bit first. My main reason for going through Stadium 2 is to showcase the Pokemon from my main collection that I've caught in Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Silver, already shown off on the channel. That being the case, none of those Pokemon are level 5. And the other thing is, let's take a look here at the rule set. Qualifying Pokemon, 86 kinds. You can only use Pokemon that hatch from an egg that have an evolutionary stage above what they hatch at. So, for example, Chikorita, you can't use Bailey for Meganium. Go down a little bit here, you can see you can use Pichu, but not Pikachu. So, that being the case, and down at the very bottom, Igglybuff, not Jigglypuff. I was thinking I could show off some of my unevolved Pokemon, like, Shelbert, Pikachu, Jiggy, but as it turns out, no, I can't use certain Pokemon. So, there are only 3 Pokemon in my collection from the first 2 generations of games that qualify for the Little Cup. I'm going to be using them, plus combining them with some rental Pokemon just to sort of get us through. But I did have to get a different copy of my save file and alter the levels. Now, I've been mentioning Dragon Ball Z a lot on the channel lately in reference to my adventures here in the Pokemon world. Anyone out there remember the part of the Majin Buu saga where they start having a martial arts tournament, another one of the world, what is it, Strongest Under the Sun, I think it translates to? And Hercule, that's his first big real appearance after the Cell saga. But when Goku, Vegeta, and them had to test their strength against these punching machines, they had to hold their punches back. Well, Vegeta didn't at first, I don't think, but they had to, pull their punches, right? So they didn't overwhelm the machine, because I think, isn't it even Goku does, like, a light punch, and it still maxes out, like, 800, something like that? I don't know, it's this massive, huge number where Hercule set the pace for, like, a very low number. But anyway, I did have to alter the levels of Pokemon, bring them down to level 5, just for this one particular fight, but they're going to be back to the regular level next time we see them, in, for example, Pokemon Sapphire or whatever. But let's take a look at other rules here in the Little Cup. Open only to completely unevolved Pokemon that can be hatched from eggs and are capable of evolution. We choose a team of 6, enter with 3. Pokemon can only be level 5. Different held items. Sleep and Freeze Claws in effect. Moves have no effect here. This is important to note. Dragon Rage and Sonic Boom have no effect, because of course you can do 40 damage with Dragon Rage, 20 with Sonic Boom. A lot of level 5 baby Pokemon will not have 20 HP, so it's kind of overpowered. That's almost a one-hit KO on almost everything that will be in this Challenge Cup. Rules in the final Pokemon: you can't Self-Destruct, Destiny Bond, Perish Song, all that good stuff. Get to continue for a perfect match. So, let's back out here. Let's go into the Little Cup, and we'll see who we've assembled. Popping into my copy of the game, of course, Dratini is one of our Pokemon. Now, he did have Dragon Rage, and he will have Dragon Rage again once we have him back in Sapphire. But I did replace Dragon Rage with Waterfall, just so he has something useful. And I've already used pretty much all the TMs in the game, unfortunately. So we use an HM for Waterfall. He also has Wrap, Blizzard, and Thunder Wave. And he's holding the Paralyzed Cure Berry, because he has... For the rest of the team, he's got the best speed that I'm bringing in. So, I don't want him to be paralyzed if we can help it. So we're going to go in with that Paralyzed Cure Berry. Shelbert, of course, our starter from Professor Oak in the Kanto region. Same moveset: Surf, Ice Beam, Bite, and Protect, and he's holding a berry. I figure he has the best defenses, and if they do get him down to less than half his HP, at least Berry's going to heal back 10 HP. I will say, a viewer, I forget the name, it might have been Ice King 688 at one point during the Silver playthrough, mentioned how you can get Shuckle on Cyanwood City. And the nice thing about Shuckle is if you have it hold a berry, over time, it'll turn the berry into berry juice, which actually restores 20 HP. Berry juice is one of the best held items in the Little Cup, because it's going to max out your HP on pretty much every Pokemon there is, except for perhaps maybe Chansey or something, but almost everything is going to be able to heal back, to full with a 20 HP restoring berry juice. But all we have to work with is a berry. The last Pokemon is our starter in the Johto region, Snapper the Totodile. Water Gun, Dig, Ice Punch, and Bite. I could have given him Surf as well, just like Shelbert, but I wanted to not overload with too many Water HM moves, and I know it's probably going to kick me in the butt in the end, but I'm going to go with the Water Gun. And we got some electric type coverage in Dig, we got some grass coverage in Ice Punch. Since I'm bringing 2 water starters, of course, we do have the weakness to electric and grass, but Dratini resists both of those, and we have Blizzard to deal with the grass types. It's not fully accurate, of course, but anyway, Snapper is holding the Quick Claw, which could speed him up and go first in some fights. Now we're going to go over to the rental Pokemon. Not sure who else to really bring, but I'm just going to grab a Bulbasaur. And you see the rental Bulbasaur, Razor Leaf, Growl Cut, and Sleep Powder. What do we want to give you for an item? Let's just give you... Let's go Miracle Seed. And let's go ahead and grab a Charmander, because why not? We got Flamethrower, Rage, Sunny Day, and Growl. And you can have the Charcoal. And we already got Squirtle, of course. I'm sort of representing Sprout and Blaze, and who else should I represent? You know what? I kind of want physically defensive, and I think that being the case, I can scroll down to the O's. Where are you at? Let's just grab an Onix. Look at the defense. 28 defense. 12 speed also. Faster than Dratini. Dig, Rock Throw, Endure, and Harden. Now, if you had taught it Rock Slide, that would be even better. But what will we give to you? Do we have... Is there a Rock Power Up attack? Or Rock Power Up item? I don't think there is here. But we could go with Leftovers. If we go against a physically offensive Pokemon, we can tank those hits and heal back some Leftovers. Alright, so let's do this. For every chance that I get, I am going to try and use just my main 3, but if I need to bring in one of the rentals, I do have that option. Okay then, I'll settle this in a cool way. So what do we see here? We do see a grass problem with that Kernini, but nothing else that my main team needs to fear. So who should I lead with? Probably... I'm thinking I'm just going to lead with Shelbert, give him the first shot. I will bring Snapper and Dratini. If I see the Sun Current, of course, Dratini's going to be the way to go with that. Let's get this Little Cup underway.
Wheels ready to roll. Pokémon Tournament Little Cup. The combatants are all still young Pokémon with little experience. Let's see what these Pokémon are capable of doing in battle.
Now I feel kind of bad. These are all, what do you say, little Pokemon with... No, baby Pokemon with little experience. Well, okay. Shelbert has seen some pretty harsh battles in his time, so he's not quite what you're expecting. But this is kind of the same thing when, in the first fight in that Dragon Ball Z battle there, didn't Krillin go up against somebody and just completely just destroyed him one hit? So that's kind of what's happening here. So the Ancient Power, yeah, of course, they're going to get the boost. Why wouldn't they? Now they're possibly going to survive? I doubt it, though. But they can hit me even harder now, because they're going to be faster. Ooh, Constrict. Alright, that's okay. Now, I do want to address something. Last weekend, we were going through the Poke Cup challenge, and there was... I just hope people out there don't think that I am being unnecessarily a crybaby and whining when the game decides to pull some random percentages out of nowhere and make the game harder, because... You know, I understand. Okay, for example, a Quick Claw, is it like a 1 in 10 chance or something like that? A slim chance that a Quick Claw will activate, right? So, I understand. That is still a chance of happening. And I was talking to my nephew about this. What I said is, on its own, a Quick Claw activation on the opponent's side is not that hard to expect, or not that unbelievable. But when you combine that with every other minimal chance of things happening for the computer, it really gets hard to accept and hard to believe that it's just random chance, if you know what I mean? It's like, it seems it's obviously being stacked against the players, against the player's favor, basically. So, it is, I will admit, me whining a little bit, because it's like, it's annoying when all these random things happen. Essentially, it comes down to just perseverance. Like, how many times can I go in and wait for the random luck to even out, or be more on the player side to get through this? But I was also saying how things like a Quick Claw, a critical hit, surviving on 1 HP, all these things that the computer seems to happen to do, dodging blizzards. The chance of all those happening, I'm going to say as close, or of all those happening as often as they happen, is close to the amount of odds in finding a shiny Pokemon. So basically, I'm like, the game should just give me a shiny Pokemon at that point. And my nephew was so kind of point out, but Chaz, don't you have a full box of shiny Pokemon from your generations? And I'm like, that makes a very good point. You're right, I do, actually. So, I guess given the fact that I've had a lot of luck with shiny Pokemon over the years, I shouldn't be that unexpected or that surprised when the game's going to pull stuff like what it does. All that being said, let's go into, I think probably Snapper is, I don't want to say expendable, but I don't want to go to our defensive Shelbert just yet with the sun up. He's going to take added damage from fire attack that he won't need to. Though it depends on what the Sluggini is going to go for. Get in there, Snapper. First time we're seeing you in Stadium 2. Flamethrower. So our defenses are not as good as on Shelbert, of course. And they happened to get the burn. What do you think of that? Okay, we're going to go for... Can we flinch it? You know what? They got the burn. I can get the flinch. Let's do this. Flinch it out, Snapper. It is special base, this bite attack, so we're not going to lose any of that damage from the burn. Get some burn damage there. And there's your shiny Pokemon right there. They burn us. We don't flinch them. Again, I got to resort back to my clapping. And there we go. See, the berry does heal back a lot of HP. So, I'm going to go super effective dig. Why not? Get as much damage off as we can before Shelbert comes in to clean up this Sluggini. So, I don't know how far we are going to make it with the team I've chosen. But I'm going to do my best with my 3 main ones from the main playthroughs. And if all else fails, and if we can't make it all the way through, I'm going to come back with just a full rental team, and we're going to clean up the little cup, just so you can see what the, we're going to see the trophy, of course, but see what else happens in the game. Because if you complete all the challenges, you're going to unlock the final section. Now, I'm curious here. We lost him to the burn. We do have to switch in and take a hit before... Okay, yeah, so Shelbert's going to come in and take this flamethrower. Although, they went for Smog last time, didn't they? Either way, Shelbert comes in, we can go for the... We can go for the... Sorry about that, the thing glitched out for some reason. Is the sun still up? I can't tell. We're going to go... We're going to surf. We're going to surf. But it's interesting. We got knocked out by the burn, and the Sluggini didn't get to use this move for the turn. I was wondering if it was going to attack before we switched in, or if we switch in first. But, Sluggini falls. Next is the Sun Kern, and it was doing 2 damage to Dratini. I wonder if Shelbert can handle this. It is paralyzed. Since we already lost Snapper, we can't get a continue. I'm going to keep Shelbert in. Just see how much damage we can do with the Ice Beam. Come on, buddy, you can do this. Snapper did fall, but you've had a lot more training through the generations than he has so far. I have heard Sunkern has the lowest base stats in all of Pokemon. That might be proof right there of that. So, we did, unfortunately, not get to continue, but we could pick one up along the way. As we defeat our first trainer, Bernie. Bernie, he had a Slugma. I get it. So what? First of 8 badges along the way in the little cup. So, I'm not going to, at the end of the episode, say come back tomorrow for the next episode, because for all I know, the next episode might be later today, because it always seems to be a 3-part series every weekend. Battle? Okay, but just for a little while. And we see no grass, no electric for us to fear, so we can bring the main team as they are. I'm going to give Snapper the chance to shine first of all. Shelbert and Dratini coming in reserve also. Let's do this. But yeah, so based off of how it seems to be every weekend now is like 3 episodes of Stadium, I kind of like the idea of putting 2 episodes out on Saturdays and then 1 on Sunday, because Sunday's more of a relaxed kind of a day, right? But I don't know until after I'm done recording which episodes, or how many episodes I'm going to need. So I think what I'm going to do is, at the end of the episode, I'll say come back later this weekend, and we'll see what the episode is and when it goes up. So, alright, 8 damage.
What will the trainer do now?
So, since we're not faster, we're not going to get the KO with that. Let's go with an ice... No, you know what? We're going to dig. Dig might get a KO, as long as we don't flinch from the Hyper Fang.
What'll it do? Great hit!
We're hanging in there.
Oh, it flinched!
Yep. Alright then. I'm preserving this perfect. We're getting a perfect off of this because of that. Come on in, Shelbert. We're going to surf and take out this Tatabass. Now, okay. I'm not going into Crybaby mode, but the fact that they got to flinch right when they needed it, You're gonna dig? I got Protect. I can easily handle that. So you don't have Earthquake on Shelbert. Of course, Squirtle can't learn that. Now, wouldn't it be something if I Protect and they still hit me with Dig? Then I can easily say I'm not being a crybaby. The game is obviously cheating, but of course it's gonna fail. Will the Surf be the KO at this range? Hyper Fang, so you can't flinch me again. The odds are too much against you on that. Excellent. Now, is this going to be a KO? I'll take the critical. Alright, I'm going to say that balances out for the flinch. Down goes the first Pokemon. Come on, Shelbert, you can do this, buddy. I've got my faith in you, little Squirtle. Next in is going to be Teddiursa. What would this do to us? Now, we got pretty good defense. So, we're going to say in, of course. Shelbert can take a hit from this thing. Oh, he's faster, too.
A sharp attack.
Let's do this, buddy.
Hit that one good.
One more brings it down. Ooh. What's your special attack like that?
That had to hurt.
Come on, eat that berry.
It used its held item to
Don't think we're going to survive another one of those, but...
a hot battle is unfolding.
A Surf will take it out, though.
Combat
In
space
one
together.
moment.
There's the shot. Great hit. Yes, it's going down.
Throat's getting a little dry there. I want some of my chicken noodle supreme before it starts to get too cold.
One Pokemon left to
Alright, last Pokemon. Can Shelbert finish this up?
Oh, it's
It's
Snubble.
a Snubble.
Down to the last Pokemon
So we've already
now.
used our berry. Let's go for another Surf attack. It's our most powerful hit here.
Competitors.
We are faster than this also.
Vicious attack.
I've always been underestimating Sheldon's speed, my Blastoise, in some of these challenges. Now I'm underestimating Shelbert. I would expect him to be slower than everything, but this might hurt.
A furious attack. Yes, it's a
Oh,
hit.
alright, we hung in there with 1
Managed to
HP.
Hang in there.
As long as Snubble doesn't learn Quick Attack,
It used a berry to restore its HP.
we might still have this.
One Pokemon is still
I'm
capable
putting it all on
of
Surf.
going on, but the other one looks tired.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I think it was left with 7. Yeah.
A heavy hit.
Never mind, we got it. Alright, perfect. We got ourselves a Continue, which I'm sure we're going to make use of later on in the Little Cup. Woo! Came down to 1 HP, but we got that Continue. I didn't want to switch anyone else in on a takedown, of course, because I don't think either of the other two would have survived it anyhow. But Stacy is going to be going on. I feel like I blew it. Well, you did your best, though. I mean, luck. It came down to, like, I think it was like a high roll on that last hit, too, because the first one only did 14, I think? Can't remember. Anyway, moving on to this not hiker. I may not look like it, but I do have self-confidence. What are you? You're a camper. Okay, Grant. He's got some grass types. But we see. He's got electric, too, though. That's kind of scary. Since we see a lot of potential for threats to our water types, I'm going to lead Dratini this time. And I'm still going to give Shelbert and Snapper a try. I want to try to show off them as much as possible, of course. Alright. If we find an opponent that has nothing but grass types, though, that's going to be really a bit of a problem. So they're going to lead off with one of the grass types. Kind of figured as much. Let's just go for the powerful Blizzard. I think Bellsprout is pretty low on the defensive side. Ooh, they're switching out.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon.
What are they going to be going into? Something with ice attacks, maybe?
Oh, it's Chinchou.
That's something I don't want to see. I should have Thunder Wave.
What's the opening game?
The Chin Tent.
Oh, it's
So we don't need the Thunder Wave if that's going to happen, though. Now then, let's go into our Snapper with a Dig Attack. As long as they don't thaw out immediately,
Here comes the Pokemon.
we'll be okay. Now, what happens is, you don't thaw out till the end of the turn in this generation, I'm pretty sure. But there's still, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but there's still a chance you can thaw out in this game. Gen 1, once you were frozen, you were stuck. So we're going to dig away. We should be faster. Snapper has some decent... I shouldn't say decent speed. No, I already looked at the stats. He's got the same speed as Shelbert. So down we go. Super effective Dig Attack coming in. Stays frozen. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to say, as far as like the odds and percentages and all this stuff, then... Does it have Protect?
There it goes.
But the odds are favoring me at this point. Oh, come on. At least it didn't thaw out, though. Another dig attack is coming your way, Chin Tent. Unless they switch out. No. So why are they going first? Must be they have Protect or something like that. No, don't thaw out and Protect. Come on, that's going to be just no fair. It was bound to happen eventually. No, they're just... Didn't we outspeed one time? Is it because I gave him the Quick Claw? I think that must be it then. Now we gotta hope the Quick Claw comes through again. Come on, the odds are so much in our favor right now. Didn't think so. This might be a KO. No, come on, bite it. Alright, the electric type is down. Whew. We have a grass type to worry about. Of course, Dratini can probably still handle that. They switched out from Dratini with their Bellsprout, so he's probably a good counter to that. And we have Totodile on the opposing side also. I'm gonna go Shelbert. See if I can preserve another continue. I'd like to see like a Totodile showdown, but we've got 2 HP left on Snapper. He's not gonna make it through that. Let's go Shelbert. This thing might be faster than you. At level 5, you never know though. And Slash. Well, our defense should be able to handle this okay. That was 5 damage. Okay. Our strongest move against you, we're not going to outspeed to flinch. I'm just going to go for Surf. I know it's resisted, but we get the stab boost and it's got a lot more power. And we are faster. Unless, you might see a lot of speed ties in this kind of thing though. And we did 6 back to you. Now, we can't make use of the Swagger boost because we have no physical attacks, but fortunately they miss anyway. Since we are faster, let's bite. See if we can get some flinching. Nope, speed tie. And there's the Swagger. Too bad bite isn't physical in this generation. We break through though, land the bite. That was about 7 damage, so let's go for another one of those. Can we win the speed tie this time? Nope, they're going to lower my defense though. That's probably going to have to be a switch out in a moment. Yeah, down our defense goes. If we can break out of confusion though, that'd be awesome. Of course, now we hit ourselves. Now we hit ourselves. Alright then. What would they go for? Probably just another Screech? Should I switch out? I don't think Dratini could get a knockout with his attacks though. But I'm gonna switch to Snapper. I'm gonna get Shelbert's stats back to where they should be. And Snapper can't do anything to the Bellsprout, so he's the most expendable in this particular battle. Again, I hate using the term expendable for my Pokemon, but you gotta look at the situations as they are, what they dictate. Slash, gonna drop Snapper, unfortunately. But Shelbert comes back in at full defense, no confusion. If we can outspeed, bite, flinch, then Surf KO, that'll be a lot of luck on our side, but it'll be pretty good. We have eaten up our berry, of course. We have no more recovery. Come on in, Shelbert. So bite away. Can we win the speed tie? We do. Can we flinch? If not, knock out.
That did little damage.
Not a knockout. Not a flinch. Can we dodge the Swagger?
What's this? Oh, its confusion made it tougher.
No, we can't. Let's just go for, you know what, if they do switch, I can go Ice Beam just in case. Here's the Slash. Bring it on, critical hit if you want. That was what, 5, I think? I didn't notice what we were at first.
Oh no, it attacked itself.
Well then, I'm gonna let Shelbert fall. Because Dratini gets a nice clean switch in, goes for... Blizzard, maybe? I don't know. Well, Rapid's probably the more accurate, though. Come on, don't make me lose in the 3rd fight already.
It's down to the last Pokemon now.
Actually, Waterfall's the most accurate. Let's do this. Knock out this Totodile and go for a Blizzard on the Bellsprout, which obviously earlier switched out, so... Do they have an answer for Dratini? I'm gonna say probably not. I don't think Bellsprout can learn Blizzard, fortunately, but we can. Could you imagine if Bellsprout was allowed to use Dragon Rage here? If it could even learn it. But Blizzard should be the way to go. What would this do to Dratini? Now, what is the accuracy on Blizzard now? I can't remember. If it's down to 70? But down it goes. Alright, so we preserved the continue, but I'm going to say that's probably going to wrap up this episode. I did a lot of rambling about Dragon Ball Z earlier on, so I don't want to go too long with these episodes. I'm going to end it off right here. I'm going to say, come back later today for another part of Pokemon Stadium 2 for the weekend, because it's looking like it's going to be a 3-parter again for the weekend. I'd rather be camping. We get our 3rd badge, so I hope you liked the episode, everybody. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the battles and how far you think I'm going to make it with this team, because as I say, we got a number of type weaknesses being doubled up on the main team I'm bringing. I'm trying not to use the rental ones, but anyway, we're going to see what happens later on today in episode number 2 of Pokemon Stadium 2 for the weekend. Once again, I want to say thanks for checking out the episode, and Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.